Hi guys, in this screencast I'm going to show you how to paraphrase a direct quotation from your research using NoodleTools. But let's start off, I'll take you step by step through the process. The first thing that I did was I conducted a Google search for open source collaboration, since that's what we're investigating for our introductory paragraph. And I found this interesting article here about book sprints. And what it explains is that book sprints is an open source attempt to write an entire book in 3 days. And what they do is they get together 6 authors in a group, and then they use collaborative software so that they can all see what each other are writing, they can edit each other's work, and they can discuss the progress of the project on online chat rooms. Okay, and as I read through this, I found an interesting quotation that really helps to illustrate how this whole book sprint sort of emulates the open source model. And here it is. It says, using Bookie, which is the interactive software that they use for these sprints, using Bookie, each member can work on a different chapter of the book, can edit chapters that they have not authored, can see the version history of the book, and can discuss changes and talk to each other using Bookie's built-in chat interface. And since that expresses what a book sprint is so well, and it's so consistent with the open source model, as it says down here, I'm going to actually take this quotation, copy it, and paste it into my note cards in my NoodleTools project. So the first step along the way then is, as I begin my research, I'm going to create a new project. We're going to use MLA format on the junior citation level. Here I'm going to call it hashtag open source. Maybe put a dash and DT just to remind me what course it's for. Create the project. And then you scroll down to the work cited. We're going to cite that source. I got it from a website, so I'm going to create that citation. Yes, this is what it looks like. And now here, it's asking me to put the name of the website. I'm going to go back here and take a look. It's called The Hindu, newspaper from India, The Hindu. The publisher of the site, again, you want to scroll all the way down to the end of the page and see if the publisher is usually listed here by the copyright, and it is The Hindu is the publisher. Okay, the most recent date of access, that stays the same. Date of e-publication, let's take a look. Go back up to the top. Published on October 29th of this year, so it's recent. Very recent, just a few days ago. All right, gonna set that, put 2013. Very good, and then it asks me to paste in the URL. You're gonna come up to the top of your browser, copy that, paste it in. All of this to get your citation right. Now, who are the contributors? We have an author. The author is listed as Aruna S. So that's what we're going to put in there. I'm going to say S is the first name, I think. Or it could be last name. Geez, that's a difficult one. In this case, I think I'm going to put that as the last name. Aruna S. Okay, because that's the way it's going to be cited. And then the web page or document article title, here it is. Book sprints, an open approach to collaborative writing. Again, making the connection to open source. Go in there, we're going to put that in here. Perfect. Okay, now we're ready to submit this. Create a citation. And here it is. All right. Now what you're going to do your paraphrasing is come over to here where it says note cards. You've got your citation right here. We're going to click on New to create a note card. And the great feature that NoodleTool offers us is it divides the page right down the center. On the left-hand side, you're going to copy in that direct quotation, and on the right-hand side is where you're going to paraphrase it. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a title for this note card that'll remind me what it's about. I'm going to say book sprints. And then I'm going to go back to my article, find my citation. Here it is, using Bookie. Copy that and put it in here. Now, as we discussed in class, when we begin to paraphrase, we're looking for 3 things. 1, you're going to put it into your own words. Number 2, change the sentence structure. And number 3, you're going to reread it to make sure it makes sense. No, I'm going to change that. To make sure it says the same thing as your quotation. Okay? So those are 3 things that we're going to look to do. Here they are, the 3 things that you want to do when you're paraphrasing a direct quotation. Okay? Put it into your own words, change the sentence structure a little bit, and then reread it to make sure that it says the same thing as your quotation. All right, now I've already cheated a little bit. I made my paraphrase sentence, and I already put it into our Google Doc. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and copy in my paraphrase sentence. And then, of course, I want to cite it correctly. So for in-text citation, remember you put a parentheses, and we're going to take that author's name, who was Aruna. We're going to put it here, Aruna, close the parentheses, and we are done. Now, if your article did not have an author, what you would do in that case is get your article title, Book Sprints, An Open Approach to Collaborative Writing, and you can put that in quotes, Book Sprints. And instead of writing out the whole thing, you can abbreviate it because it's just a reference that will tie this into the citation in your Works Cited page. And that's how you've done it. Okay, guys, after you've done this, don't forget to go in and paste it in here to our Google document. Alrighty, let me know if you have any questions.